Hi, I'm here for the second part of my acting performers ranking, and I managed to get through the first half of the first part, so I think I can get through the second part. I think I can get all the rest of my favorites out. I hope I can do that. 25, Al Pacino. I love him in Jack and Jill, actually, and of course, he's really good in The Godfather. 24, Robert De Niro. Introduced to him because he played Fearless Leader in Rocky and Bullwinkle, but he's a very consistently entertaining actor, and I love his Fearless Leader. Love him in Joker. Robert De Niro tends to be really good in everything. 23, Tara Strong. Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony, Unikitty from Unikitty, Raven from Teen Titans. Tara Strong has such an amazing voice acting career. Also, Batgirl from some cartoons. It's just so much good stuff from Tara Strong. Ben from Ben 10. Lots of great stuff. 22, Idina Menzel. Well, she had to make the list because Frozen, because I kind of love Frozen and I have a bit of an Elsa obsession. So, of course, Idina Menzel had to be on the list. 21, Jason Lee. I have such a soft spot for the Alvin Chipmunks films and such a big soft spot for Jason Lee as Dave Seville. Love him. 20, Stefan Carl Stephenson, Robbie Rotten from Lazy Town. One of the most entertaining performances is Stefan Carl Stephenson as Robbie Rotten. Uh, Absolutely wonderful, and I feel like he deserves to be in the top 20 just for that role because he was that good. He was the best. 19, Rene Requestis, uh, the Joker from Alias Batman and Robin. Rene Requestis is absolutely delightful as the Joker, and even though it's a parody version of the Joker, it's one of my favorite versions of the Joker that there's ever been. I love Rene Requestis' performance so much. Absolutely delightful, underrated performer. 18, 17 go together. 18, Josh Delacruz, and 17, Donovan Patton. After Steve Burns left, Blue's Clues, it could stop being good. That could have been it. But Donovan Patton showed up. Donovan Patton was amazing. He kept Blue's Clues from going bad. He kept it being great. And I think Blues the Room is actually pretty underrated and works because of the episodes that he's in. And then later on, brought in another host. It was Josh, and things could have gone bad, but they didn't. And Josh has been doing an amazing job. I think that Donovan and Josh are about equals in terms of uh, taking up the role that Steve had, and I think they're both amazing. Love them a lot. I do think that Josh is the better singer and Donovan is the better actor. Um, but I love them about equally. I think having them together makes sense. 16, Burgess Meredith, the definitive Penguin actor, in my opinion. One of the main reasons, and arguably the main reason why the Penguin is one of the greatest, most memorable villains of all time, is because of Burgess Meredith. Love him so much. 15, Cesar Romero, the definitive Joker for me. I love him so much. One of the most entertained performers of all time. Absolutely delightful, and I doubt that he will ever be topped. I think he's always going to be the definitive Joker. Rene Requestis did get close, though, and that's pretty impressive since he played a parody version of the Joker. 14, William H. Macy, one of the most charming actors out there. Introduced to him because of Marmaduke, and that was enough for me to be a fan of him, but I have seen him in other stuff. He's really good in Shameless. Uh, his voice is in The Wind Rises, which is a film I like quite a lot. I love William H. Macy. Handsome, delightful actor. Love him so much. 13, Emily Blunt. Wonderful performer. Delightful. Her performance as Nuoko Satomi in The Wind Rises is arguably the greatest most emotionally moving vocal performance that a performer has ever given for an animated film. So that really helps her, and she's really great in general. Love her. 12, Johnny Depp, very consistently entertaining actor. Love him in a lot of things, but particularly the Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland is actually why I'm a fan of Johnny Depp's, and there are a lot of Johnny Depp roles I really like. I like Jack Sparrow, I like Grindelwald, I like a majority of the Johnny Depp roles that I've seen, but the Hatter still hasn't been top for me. That's still my big definitive favorite Johnny Depp role. 11, Christopher Lloyd, a very consistently amazing actor. I particularly love his vocal performance as Mr. Clipboard from Food Fight. That's one of the best things ever. 10, Frank Gorshin. The Riddler isn't my favorite Batman villain, but if Frank Gorshin's Riddler was the only Riddler, I mean, along with Jim Carrey too, I think that the Riddler would be my favorite Batman villain because I think Frank Gorshin's performance as the Riddler from the original Batman series, original Batman film, is arguably the most entertaining performance ever given in a Batman thing. Frank Gorshin, absolutely delightful as the Riddler, and took the Riddler, who could have been an okay villain, and made him the most consistently fun villain. And I think there's been so many great versions of the Joker and Penguin since then. I think that Riddler peaked so hard with the Frank Gorshin era that it's been hard to top him. But if Frank Gorshin's Riddler was, if it was just him and just Jim Carrey, I think Riddler, he could be considered the best Batman villain. Going off by just that, I love Frank Gorshin so much. 9, Patrick Stewart. Between Captain Picard and Professor X, one of the most inspiring actors, uh, arguably the best at playing a mentor. Uh, Love him so much. Absolutely delightful actor. 8, Marlon Brando. Because of his performance as Jor-El, I think he does give Patrick Stewart a little bit of competition for best mentor role. Marlon Brando, in a lot of ways, feels like the big definitive actor. Love him a lot. Absolutely amazing. One of the greatest actors of all time. Arguably the greatest actor of all time. The top 7 I have, I think, a little bit more of a personal attachment to, but it could be argued that Marlon Brando is the best actor. 7, Michael Keaton. I love his Batman so much. I consider him the Batman of my childhood. I adore him. One of the most consistently cool, entertaining actors ever. Love him as Beetlejuice in Beetlejuice. Just Michael Keaton just feels like the big, definitive, cool guy. Love Michael Keaton so much. 6, Tony Jay, an actor that I have considered my favorite actor before. He's not in a lot of things that I really have a strong personal attachment to. Um, there are a lot of specific roles of his that I love. It's more just I like the roles that he played because I love his voice so much. I like Claude Frollo in The Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's that voice. I love the voice so much. 5, Vincent Price. Love him as Egghead. One of the most handsome, delightful, entertaining actors of all time. And from what I know about him, seems like one of the most lovable celebrities of all time. A celebrity that was so great at playing sinister characters, but seemed like such a wonderful, gentle, lovely man. Absolutely adore Vincent Price and everything. One of the few actors that I went out of my way to see things just because he was in them. I felt like I didn't need a plot synopsis, I didn't need to know anything. Vincent Price starring in it, okay, I feel like I would watch it. And I often consider myself to be not a horror guy at all, but Vincent Price was in a lot of scary films, but I watched them because he was in them and I enjoyed them. 4, Jamie Snowden. He is a YouTuber who has gone on to have an acting career. Jamie Snowden for me is the big definitive YouTuber that I follow, that I adore, that I'm such a big fan of, that I've looked up to for over a decade. So him becoming an actor is amazing, and I've actually gotten to write to him, and he's written back. He's seen some of my videos. So, do I have a bias? Yes, but let's say saying these are the 50 best actors, but my personal favorites. And I know Jamie Stone on a very personal level, so that's why he's number 4. And I adore him. He is amazing. He's the best. And I think he earned it. 3, Christopher Reeve, the heart of Superman. Superman is one of my favorite characters for a lot of reasons, but for me, Christopher Reeve, definitive Superman. The documentary about Christopher Reeve is what puts him this high. I already looked up to Christopher Reeve a lot and adored him a lot, but after seeing that documentary, he is definitely one of my heroes, and I would say even more inspiring than Superman. I'm going that far. Superman, one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. Christopher Reeve is better. He is more inspiring, and he, in my opinion, is just as much of a hero, if not more so. I feel that strongly about it, and I absolutely adore him. I feel like he is the big hero of Metropolis, even more so than Superman. Second place, Adam West. In a similar way, for me, the heart of Gotham. Well, a lot of ways, the heart of Gotham is Bill Finger for all that he's done. But in terms of actors, it's Adam West. Adam West is Batman to me, and for me, uh, he Adam West just means so much to me. I broke down crying because of his passing. That's how much he means to me. I adore Adam West so much. One of the most entertaining actors, and from the many interviews that I saw of him, just one of the most lovable, entertaining, delightful people of all time. Again, I technically don't know him on a personal level, but from everything I've seen, I feel like I do, and I adore him. He is Batman to me, even though Michael Keaton, one of my top 10 favorite actors. I love Michael Keaton so much, but Adam West, he is Batman, and Batman has really fallen apart without him. I almost feel depressed about the future of Batman because I feel like it's almost not even worth it without him. I feel that strongly about it. Adam West is Batman. And 1, Steve Burns from Blue's Clues. Arguably the most delightful, lovable celebrity that's ever performed as anybody in anything. Steve is the absolute best. Uh, the love and passion, the compassion, and how much thoughtfulness he expressed to the fans has made me love Blue's Clues on a whole new level. It's made me love the character of Steve on a whole new level, and it's made me love Steve Burns more than I ever thought I would. Steve Burns is quite possibly the single most lovable actor in the whole world. Like, I just adore Blue's Clues so much, and his performance, it's just hard for me even as an adult watching Blue's Clues, like when Steve asks for help, I'm thinking, oh, Steve, I'll help you. I'll do anything. You're the most adorable, wonderful man in the world. I'd do anything for you. I love you, Steve. That's how I feel when I watch the character Steve, and then I adore the person Steve, the real person, so much. So that's my list, and you can let me know what you think.